In Pakistan, rescue workers continued to search for the bodies of drowning victims off the coast of Karachi. The death toll has reached 31 after many swimmers ventured into dangerous ocean currents during seaside Eid al-Fitr celebrations earlier this week. Hundreds of relatives waited nearby to recover the bodies of the victims. The Pakistani government has banned access to the beach in the wake of the drownings. In the Afghan capital, Kabul, the European Campaign for Human Rights in Afghanistan warned that disputes over the country's presidential elections could lead to economic and security crises. Officials of the London-based NGO called on Afghanistan's Independent Election Commission to quickly resolve the electoral dispute. Officials are currently auditing the results of the presidential runoff vote following claims of fraud. In the Serbian capital Belgrade, Russian and Serbian officials marked the 100th anniversary of the outbreak of World War I. Russian embassy officials laid wreaths at a Russian war memorial, part of a complex where more than 800 Russian officers, scientists, priests, and others are buried. Much of Europe marked the anniversary on July 28th, 100 years after Austro-Hungarian troops invaded Serbia. The ceremony on August 1st marked the day in 1914 that Germany declared war on Russia. In Tajikistan, Foreign Minister Sirojidin Aslov met his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Dushanbe to discuss expanding bilateral cooperation and joint efforts to combat security threats. Aslov and Wang also discussed plans for Chinese President Xi Jinping's state visit to Tajikistan in September. The foreign ministers' talks came 2 days after Tajikistan hosted a meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, comprising China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. In Russia, a law has gone into effect requiring bloggers whose pages get more than 3,000 visitors per day to follow the same rules governing other media. Popular bloggers must now register with the state media watchdog, disclose their real identities, and avoid profanity, among other restrictions. The law has prompted criticism from some journalists and media advocates. One anonymous critic put up posters with the blogger's ABCs, showing a crossed-out internet symbol and referring to the Media Regulation Agency as a censor. Also in Russia, cyclist Denis Ryepin set off from the city of Kirov on a 6,000-kilometer bike journey to Gibraltar. The athlete designed his own specialized bicycle and named it after a character from Russian folk tales, the Little Humpbacked Horse. Ryepin intends to complete the journey in 50 days with a brief stop in Amsterdam, considered the bicycling capital of Europe. And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.